I want to ask you a question. Why are you here? What are you living for? Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, what am I needed for? There's a famous story about a fellow who went to his rabbi and poured his heart out and said, here are all the things I need. I need this, I need that, I need the other thing. I have so many needs. And the rabbi looked right into his eyes and said, look, sir, I hear everything that you need. But there's one question I want to ask you. What are you needed for? We have to stop and ask ourselves that question from time to time. I know what I need, but why am I needed? What is my life all about? What is its purpose? Does it have any meaning? If you have little children or if you've had little children, you'll probably recognize this. In every family home, this event occurs every single day. You wake up in the morning, your children are slow to wake. You know you need to get them up and out of bed because they have to get out the door into school at a certain hour. You try and pull them out of bed, move them along so that they get dressed, and that they get fed, that they are ready for school, their lunch boxes are packed, their homework is done. Meanwhile, the baby is crying, the toddler needs attention, and the older one's worried because he didn't finish his homework, and what if the teacher is not happy? And all you're thinking is, I've got 3 minutes to get these kids out the door. Finally, you bring them to school, you come back home, you breathe a sigh of relief. How are you going to spend the rest of your day? You go into work, and you know how you're going to spend the rest of the day. You're going to do whatever you need to do and rush back home so that you can be there when your kids return, greet them, smile to them, give them snack, and then what? Rush them through the process. Make sure that they get to all their extracurricular activities. You want to make sure they do their homework. You want to make sure that dinner is ready, that they eat, and of course that they bathe and that they have their bedtime routine and they're in pajamas and safe and comfortable and ensconced and happy and fall asleep. Great day. You look back at your day, you say, good job, so that you can wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. So why? Why are you running through this? And I'm sure that at some point you've stopped and asked yourself the question, why am I doing this? Why did I sign up for this? What for? And that's okay. It's not a bad question. It doesn't mean you're betraying yourself or your kids or even your parents. It's a good question. It's a profound question, one you have to ask yourself at times because it causes you to explore, to dig deep, to find the truth inside that makes it all worthwhile. So why are you doing it? Well, of course, because the most noble endeavor in life is to raise happy, contributing, well-balanced, and good children, right? Yeah, sure. So what are these children going to do? What do you think they're going to do? Are they going to do fantastic, extraordinary things? Well, let's hope they will, but one thing is certain. They're also going to live the ordinary life. They're going to do what you're doing. They're going to raise a family. They're going to have children. They're going to rush them out of bed in the morning and rush them off to school and bring them back home and make sure that they're well fed and well clothed and did their homework and have their bath and go to bed in time just so that they can wake up in the morning and raise another generation. I mean, your parents did it for you. They went through the grinder and the rigmarole so that you could come into this world. And what did you do to make your parents' effort worthwhile? I mean, just living, right? Isn't that worthwhile enough? And what are your children going to do to make your effort worthwhile? It's got to be bigger than that. I mean, life has to have some kind of purpose that is greater than just living it. Look, our children grow up and we constantly tell them, go to school, spend all your waking hours studying, get an education. Why? So that you can have a degree, of course. Okay, I'll do that. They spend the first quarter of a century working on a goal. They get their degree. It's deferred satisfaction. Took them 25 years to accomplish the goal. Great. They have their goal in hand. What next? Well, of course, get a job, start a career. Why? So that you can have an income. And what am I going to do with that income? Well, you're going to buy a home and raise a family. But why? What's it all for? Some people will say it's not so much about raising the next generation, it's about living in the present, about enjoying life. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. How much of life do you actually enjoy? I mean, some people are really blessed and they enjoy what they do and they go to work every morning saying, I'm so fortunate to be doing just this. But let's face it, if you're one of those, then you're probably one of the upper crust of the 2% of the population of this world. The rest of us 98%ers, we go to work thinking, oh God, I can't believe it, another day working for this boss of mine. Oh my goodness, I can't wait until the day ends and I can come back home. So what? There are a couple of days in the year when you're off of work, so you work 5 days a week so you can enjoy your weekends. You work 51 weeks out of the year so you can enjoy your 1 week of vacation. Does this make any sense? We spend the majority of our life so that we can enjoy a small sliver of it. And if that's all it is, are we living so that we can enjoy living? There's got to be a purpose, a meaning that is greater than life itself if the cycle of life is to have any meaning. The focal point of every circle is at its center, but it's the point around which the circle revolves. And if that point is not greater than the circle, then there's no point in making a circle around it. Your cycle of life, the circle of your day-to-day cycle, has got to have a point greater than itself. What can it be? So some people tell you it's all about leaving an impact, a lasting legacy, so that you'll be remembered. Galileo was remembered for his science. Shakespeare, of course, for his literary abilities. We have to leave a legacy. We want people to remember us. Beethoven for his music. The Rambam for his great intellect and his teaching of Torah. Moses for the tradition of the Torah. But let's be honest. If you're going to leave a legacy, what kind of a legacy will it be? What has Beethoven contributed? Sure, music. It means that people can enjoy the life they live. Edison provided the light bulb. Now we can read with more convenience. But why do I need convenience? Why do I need to live a convenient life? What's this all about if the entire purpose of life is to make life more convenient, make life more comfortable, make life more luxurious, make life more enjoyable? Then I have to ask myself, why do I need a life in the first place in order to have to spend so much time and invest so much effort to make this life an enjoyable life? Would I not be better off if I weren't alive in the beginning in the first place? What's life for? A long time ago, President Richard Nixon was interviewed. This is an interview, incidentally, that's available on YouTube. It was recorded and uploaded to YouTube. Just do a little search on YouTube, Nixon on the purpose of life. And in it he said that a lot of people think, if only I could have the means to travel, to enjoy art, to enjoy music, then I would truly enjoy life. And he said that's a fallacy, because it's only thought by those people who are still searching for the means to do those things. But those in society who have been blessed with the means, and in fact have enjoyed art and travel and music and anything else that you might consider enjoyable in life, find themselves again seeking something deeper. And the way Nixon put it, he said, what you really want in life is purpose. If you've got purpose, you've got a reason to live. Without purpose, everything else is a waste. What is the purpose of life? We know what we need, but what are we needed for? Shortly after Katrina, President George W. Bush spoke to a group of Jewish Republicans, and he said to them that when thousands were leaving the city behind, there were Jewish groups that were bringing their youth, their students, into the center of the storm to try and save lives. They were serving a purpose greater than themselves. They put their own lives on the line in order to help save other lives. They recognized there was something more important than living, worth jeopardizing your own life for. What is your purpose?
Thanks for watching. Click subscribe and hit the notification bell below for daily pearls of Jewish wisdom.